Welcome, readers. Today, we are going to solve a mystery word. Remember, a mystery is something we don't know or understand. We can solve mysteries by looking for clues. The reason we solve mystery words is because it helps us become accurate readers. Accurate readers pay close attention to every letter in a word. Today, we're going to practice reading words accurately by looking at each letter in a word. Let's get started. First, I'd like you to say the names of these letters with me. First, we have our vowels and then our consonants. Say the names with me. E, U, Y, B, F, L, R, T, T. Do you have your paper ready? On the top of your paper, you should write down each of these letters because we will only be using these letters to solve our mystery word. Now that we have our letters ready, let's start with our first word. The first word that we're going to be writing together is the word fly. Say that word with me. Fly. I hear 3 sounds in the word fly. On your piece of paper, I'd like you to write down the letters that match the sounds that you hear in the word fly. The sounds that I hear in the word fly are f, oo, I. Now, as you were writing that word, fly, you might have wanted to write the letter I at the end of this word because we hear the long I sound. Fly. The vowel Y can also make the long I sound, especially when it's at the end of a word that only has one syllable. You're going to notice soon that vowels often make a long vowel sound when they're at the end of a word or a syllable. Now that we have our first word, let's try another one. We're going to take the word fly and we're going to change one letter, only one. And now we're going to make the word flu. Say that with me. Flu. Like when I feel sick and achy, it might be because I have the flu. On your piece of paper, write down the sounds that you hear in flu. Let's change this word to make the word flew. I hear that the beginning of these words, fly and flew, are the same. They have the flu blend at the beginning. But the vowel sound changes. Instead of I at the end, this time I hear ooh. That is one of the long vowel U sounds. Just like in fly, the vowel at the end of this word makes the long vowel sound. Let's take flew and put it right under the word fly. Do you notice anything interesting about these words? When we look at these words, they are almost the same. The only difference in these words is the vowel sound. That's why, as accurate readers, we have to look closely at all the letters in a word, especially when it's a word we've not seen before. Now, we're going to take the word flew and we're going to change it. You might need to change more than one letter this time. This time, we're going to be making the word blue, like the color, blue. On your paper, I'd like you to write down the sounds that you hear in the word blue. All right, let's look at this word together. When I hear the word blue, I hear that the beginning sound of this word has changed. Instead of the F, now I hear a B, B. And this B is blending with the oo to say boo, ooh. Now there's one more letter that this word needs. In the word flew, we had a U at the end, but in the word blue, there's actually another vowel. Maybe you already know how to spell the word blue. Did you add an E to the end of this word? This is how we spell the word blue. You might be wondering why. Because flu has the same sound at the end, but it only has a U. And blue has the oo sound, but it's a U and an E. That's because most words in English do not end with the letter U. There are a few that do end with the letter U. Flu does, for example, because it comes from a longer word, influenza. But usually, if you hear the oo or the long U sound at the end of a word, there might be a silent E at the end so that the U is not at the end of the word. There could be a different spelling pattern too. Let's put blue under the word flu. Now, you're going to change the beginning blend of this word from blue to make the word true. Like, is that true? Did it really happen? True. Now, when I look at this word, I also hear a blend, but this blend is written with different letters. On your paper, write down the letters that match the sounds you hear in this word. At the beginning of the word true, instead of the bl, bl blend, I hear tr. I know that's spelled with first the t and then the letter R. True. Do you see how again in this word we have the silent E at the end? That's because most English words don't have U at the end. Sometimes we add an E so that these words don't end in a U. Let's put the word true under blue. Accurate readers make sure they pay attention to all of the letters in a word. If you weren't paying attention and you saw the word blue, you might accidentally read it as true if you weren't paying close attention to the beginning blends in this word. Let's take the word true and change it to make a new word. You're going to change it just a little bit. This time, we'll be writing the word truly. Truly. Like, I truly like working on spelling. And truly, I know that I start the same way because I hear true and truly. I hear the parts true and ly. There's only one small change that we need to make to this base word, true, to change it to truly. We take away this silent E and we end the base word with the U. Because now the U is not at the end of the word true because we're making the word longer and changing it to truly. Because of that, we don't need this E anymore. Now I have true and I just need to add ly. I wonder how you spelled the ly part. We spell it L-Y. You might have thought that this was the E because the Y does make the long E sound here. Truly. That's one of the long vowel sounds that the Y can make. Let's put the word truly under the word true. Now we're going to make a brand new word. It's going to have a lot of different letters. We're going to change this word truly and change it completely to make the word flute. Say that with me. Flute. I hear 4 sounds in flute. Can you write down on your paper the letters that match the sounds in flute? There might be more than 4 letters, even though there are only 4 sounds. This is how I changed the word truly to make the word flute. I had to make a lot of changes. First, I started with the letter F. Ooh. Ooh. T. This is almost the word flute, but I need one more sound to make this U say the long vowel sound, or else it would just say in this word. When we add that silent E, it reminds us to make the long vowel sound. Flute. Is that what you wrote down on your paper too? Let's add this to our list. Flute. Now we're going to change the word flute a little bit to make the word flutter. Say that with me. flutter. On your paper, write down the letters that match the sounds you hear in flutter. Flutter starts just like flute does. Foo. But then we have a short vowel sound, and that's because there is not a silent E at the end of this part. Instead, this is a closed syllable where we have one vowel followed by a consonant. Flut, and our second syllable is flutter. Now, let's hang up the word flutter. And look, it's very close to the word flute. Let's change flutter a little bit by changing the beginning of this word. We're going to change flutter to the word butter. I hear that butter does not start with the consonant blend f. Instead, it starts with b. But it ends the same way that flutter does. Butter. Butter. Here's butter. We're going to make one teeny change to make our last word, and then we're going to solve this mystery word. Make one change to the word butter to make the word butler. Butler. I'm going to make the one change with my cards. The first syllable stays the same as butter, and the second syllable has one change. Lur. This is the word butler. If you were reading, it would be very easy to make a mistake and read butler instead of butter, or butter instead of butler. Now that we've made all of these words, I'm wondering if we can solve our mystery word together. Do you have any ideas about what our mystery word might be? I'm going to start putting these letters together in our mystery word. You can write them down as I move them, and then we can check to see what the mystery word is. This is our mystery word. Do you know what it says? Let's use our loop and swoop strategy to read this word. Butterfly. Butterfly. Our mystery word is butterfly. In our story today, we're going to meet an insect also. Great work today, reading accurately and hunting for our mystery word.
This program is made possible in part by the Michigan Department of Education, the State of Michigan, and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. Additional support by viewers like you. Thank you.